Time and Task Management Secrets: 10 Hidden Truths that Transform Focus, Energy, and Results. Have you ever said, "I don't know where the day went"? Rena, a marketing professional who planned her entire day. Yet every evening, she'd sigh, "I worked all day, but achieved nothing." When we reviewed her routine, we found she wasn't lazy, she was fragmented. Emails, calls, tiny interruptions, each one stole her focus for seconds, but those seconds added up. The human brain resets attention every time we switch context. That constant resetting makes time feel shorter than it really is. Time doesn't move faster, your focus leaks make it feel that way. When your attention is unified, minutes expand into meaning. Do you keep rewriting the same unfinished tasks every night? Arjun, a talented project manager who planned every hour of his day with precision. Yet, by evening, half his boxes stayed empty. When we reviewed his planner, the problem wasn't effort. It was emotion. He spent more time prioritizing what looked urgent, not what mattered. To-do lists manage information, not motivation. Every unchecked box silently tells your brain, "You failed again." That creates guilt, not growth. The real secret? Don't manage lists. Manage meaning. Start your day with clarity, not clutter. It's not about finishing tasks, it's about finishing what truly matters. Why do some people get so much done, while others say, "There's never enough time"? Priya and Dev, colleagues in the same office. Both start at 9, both leave at 6. But by evening, Priya feels exhausted, and Dev feels accomplished. Why? When I observed them, the secret was clear: Dev managed energy, not just hours. Priya worked in bursts, reacting to notifications, skipping breaks, ignoring rhythm. Dev respected his natural flow: deep work when alert, light tasks when tired. We don't run out of time. We run out of energy clarity. Time stays constant, your energy doesn't. When you master your energy, time obeys. Has a single argument ever ruined your whole day's focus? Rahul, he started his day with a smile, a clear plan, and a strong coffee. Then one sharp message from his boss changed everything. His energy crashed. His decisions slowed. By noon, his schedule was gone, not because of time, but emotion. Science shows emotions are the true timekeepers of your brain. When your mind is calm, 1 hour feels smooth and productive. When it's stormy, even 5 minutes feel heavy. Time doesn't control you, your emotional state does. Balance the mind, and time starts to obey. Your mood is your real calendar. Do you feel proud when you juggle emails, messages, and meetings all at once? Neha, a brilliant analyst who believed multitasking made her faster. But at day's end, her reports had typos, her messages had errors, and her energy was gone. Here's the truth: every time you switch tasks, your brain pays a refocus tax. Science calls it context switching cost. It takes 15 to 20 minutes for your brain to regain full focus after an interruption. So when you multitask, you're not saving time. You're splitting it. Real speed comes from single task depth, not multitasking noise. When your attention stops scattering, productivity starts multiplying. Multitasking divides attention. Focus multiplies results. What's the real price of a just 2-minute phone check? Ananya, a diligent student preparing for her civil services exams, thought she was disciplined. She only checked her phone for a quick message between study sessions. But when she started using a time tracking app, the results were startling. Each phone check 2 minutes on Instagram, a reply to a friend, a random scroll wasn't costing her 2 minutes. It was costing 23 minutes of refocus time. By the end of the day, she realized she'd lost nearly 3 hours, not in scrolling, but in the invisible mental reboot her brain needed to find focus again. Her marks weren't falling because she lacked knowledge, they dipped because her attention bandwidth was leaking all day. Every ping or buzz resets your prefrontal cortex, forcing it to reload the last thought pattern. This process, called attention residue, is why even tiny interruptions feel exhausting. Over time, it trains your brain to expect distraction, reducing deep work capacity. Protecting silence protects success. Distraction is not the opposite of focus, it's the tax we pay for not guarding our attention. Have you ever been so focused that hours felt like minutes? An animator from Spain once said to me, "When I'm in flow, I don't notice time, I notice clarity." He'd spend 6 hours perfecting a single frame sequence and feel like he'd just sat down. No fatigue, no boredom, just pure creation. But when he worked with background noise, endless messages, and fragmented attention, even 1 hour felt heavy. That's the invisible power of flow, the mental zone where challenge meets skill, where you're neither anxious nor bored. Time bends because your brain stops monitoring it and channels everything into doing. When he learned to protect his flow triggers, quiet space, single task, deep challenge, his productivity doubled, not because he worked more, but because he lost himself in the work. Flow happens when dopamine, norepinephrine, and endorphins synchronize, creating deep focus and effortless action. We rarely enter it today because constant notifications and shallow multitasking break the feedback loop between challenge and skill. Flow isn't luck, it's trainable. The more you reduce noise and raise meaningful challenge, the more often you enter timeless performance. Why does your mind replay pending work even while you're resting? Mira, a dedicated high school teacher, once confessed, "I can't sleep peacefully because I keep remembering papers I haven't graded." Even after long, tiring days, her mind kept looping through unfinished work, names of students, half-checked papers, unanswered emails. It wasn't guilt, it was mental noise that wouldn't shut off. When we explored it, we found a powerful psychological truth: the Zeigarnik effect. The human brain hates open loops. It keeps replaying incomplete tasks as reminders until closure happens. The result? Mira wasn't resting, she was mentally reworking the day in her sleep. Once she started writing a closure list every evening, marking what's done and scheduling the rest, her mind finally relaxed. She didn't need more time. She needed mental completion. Unfinished tasks occupy working memory, consuming cognitive bandwidth even when you're off duty. The brain evolved to seek completion, so open tasks trigger mild stress responses that keep you alert but restless. Closure is emotional hygiene. Completing or scheduling tasks clears cognitive clutter and gives the brain permission to rest. Why do we delay what we care most about? Rahul, a brilliant engineer from Bengaluru, had an idea that could have changed his company's workflow, a project he'd been dreaming about for 2 years. Yet, every time he sat down to start, he'd find something else to do. When I asked him why, he said, "I'm waiting to feel ready." But readiness never arrived. He wasn't lazy, he was scared. Scared that his dream project might not live up to his dream. That fear of imperfection, of not being good enough, disguised itself as "I'll do it later." When Rahul realized this, he took one imperfect step, just a prototype. Within weeks, his project took off. The secret wasn't readiness. It was movement. Procrastination isn't a time problem, it's an emotion regulation problem. The amygdala triggers avoidance when a task threatens your self-worth or identity. Your brain seeks comfort, not progress, so it delays action to escape temporary discomfort. Progress creates readiness, not the other way around. Action reduces fear. Perfection grows only after motion begins. Can 1 hour of insight reshape how you live every day? A past participant, a senior HR professional, once said after a session, "After your talk, I stopped fighting time, and started working with it." She didn't change her job. She didn't get more hours in her day. What changed was her awareness. Before, she chased time, feeling that every task was a race against the clock. After the session, she began to cooperate with time, aligning her energy, attention, and emotion to the rhythm of her day. The result? The same 24 hours suddenly felt lighter. She wasn't managing time anymore, she was mastering herself. Most people treat time as an enemy, something to control or conquer. But neuroscience shows that awareness alters perception. When your mind enters a calm, focused state, your sense of time expands. You don't lose time, you gain clarity. Awareness creates freedom, not pressure. Time mastery isn't about control, it's about connection with yourself, your work, and your purpose. Are you ready to align your energy with your purpose and transform the way you work? Join motivational speaker Swaminathan Sankaran, who has been empowering human resources for over 25 years, in an exclusive webinar on energy-driven task alignment, a breakthrough journey into focus, flow, and performance. Discover how managing your energy, not just your time, can unlock clarity, balance, and extraordinary results. This is not a replay. It's a live, high-impact experience, and seats are limited. So hurry. Don't miss your chance to be part of this transformational session. Visit asktenali.com, the link is in the description below. Reserve your spot now, and take the next step toward a more powerful, purpose-driven you.